The American dream is seen differently by many people, but usually contains one major theme. Anyone can succeed. Whether young or old, or no matter what your religion is. I should prefer living in Germany to any other country, though I am an American, and I am loyal to my country. This quote was said by Harry Houdini, who was a Hungarian Jewish immigrant who started with nothing, but became an American and became the most famous magician of all time. A person's experiences affect which aspects of the American dream they focus on, and which ones they strive to achieve. Some choose to focus on a more simple, stress-free way of living. Julia and her family decided America was their best hope for a stable future. Julia Marshall was born on May 16, 1900, in the village of Székely Ders in northeastern Hungary. Julia and her family immigrated to America in 1913 in hope of a simple, stress-free life that they couldn't live back home in Russia. Others choose to try and come to America with the idea of being able to become rich and famous. My voice was the ticket that would bring my family to America. A congressman who had heard me sing arranged for me to come to Washington, D.C. and perform for the leaders of the U.S. Capitol. Seymour Rechsite was a Jewish Pole that immigrated to America with money he made from singing. He came to America with high hopes for a singing career, and succeeded. He performed for the president and made many records.
This record is unique in that it features a distinctly new syncopated rhythm called the Charleston.
Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald is about Jay Gatsby, a man who is obsessed with one thing, winning back Daisy Buchanan, the love of his life. This leads him from poor to rich and eventually to his death. The Great Gatsby is a classic piece of American fiction. It is a book of win and loss, famous for the unique way that Fitzgerald captures the American lifestyle at that period of time. F. Scott Fitzgerald was a famous American author during this period of time and wrote using modernism. Many of the symbols in the novel portray his view on the American dream. One of these symbols including the use of the West and the East egg, and the Valley of Ashes. The valley represents the consequences of the American dream, and the Americans' obsession with wealth. The rich have made their money on industry, leaving a gray, filthy, poor stretch of land. The people there don't matter to the ones who left their waste there. This is another consequence of the American dream. This is a valley of ashes, a fantastic farm where ashes grow like wheat into ridges and hills and grotesque gardens, where ashes take the form of houses and chimneys and rising smoke, and finally, with a transcendent effort of men who move dimly and already crumbling through the powdery air. A quote by F. Scott Fitzgerald from The Great Gatsby. Each character from The Great Gatsby represents different values. Nick Carraway represents honesty, human decency, and loyalty. I began to have a feeling of defiance, of scornful solidarity between Gatsby and me against them all, stated Nick Carraway after Gatsby's funeral. Gatsby represents being able to start from the bottom and make it to the top. His parents were shiftless and unsuccessful farm people. His imagination had never really accepted them as his parents at all. Jay Gatsby always thought he deserved better than what he was born into. Jay Gatsby's value is still very relevant to today's society, but with resources used to make it to the top becoming so expensive, people who start at the bottom have a much harder time making it to the top. Average college tuition in America in 2016 is $32,405. And with people my age starting to look at colleges, that is a pretty big number. In Bow, New Hampshire, a lot of us are lucky enough to be able to afford college, but many people in this country don't have that luck. The American dream is still possible to achieve today, and events including women's suffrage have given people more opportunities. The women's suffrage movement was the struggle for the right of women to vote and run for office. Events like these have given women equal opportunities to achieve the American dream. But just like with the Valley of Ashes, the classes have been separated. Rich are becoming richer, and the poor are becoming poorer. The American dream is changing because it is becoming harder to achieve. America is the land of opportunity, just for some more than others, states Matt O'Brien, talking about the birth advantage middle upper class kids have over lower class kids. The American dream encompasses many different aspects, but a person's experiences affect which aspects they focus on and which ones they strive to achieve.